So we're cruising along the highway with our new passenger vehicles that we got in the last episode, and the map is starting to look a lot more modern. We've got modern internal combustion engine vehicles. This one can go 31 miles an hour as it comes around here, and we have cargo vehicles that can go 37. So we're starting to get to a really interesting time in this playthrough of Transport Fever 2 where we're using only road vehicles to make $1 billion. Here we're not using the trains, the planes, the boats that you can normally use in Transport Fever 2. We're just using our road vehicles, which has given us an interesting challenge. At the moment we have absolutely loads of vehicles here. You can see we go, it's just over 1,000 vehicles, but we are reducing the number of vehicles now that we have vehicles with a higher capacity and a higher speed. We're able to deliver a lot more than we were before, and we're upgrading our vehicles like this Berkhamsted Loop to the new passenger vehicle that we have available to us, and we're going to continue to do that through this episode. We're going to continue to expand our network and bring up the size of our towns. We've got some towns which are growing to a really healthy size now. Harworth and Burcot is now our largest town over here with a population of 629. Plenty of high-rise buildings in the town. Now that we're coming into 1940 with no sense of foreboding war in this part of the world, we've just got lots of transport loveliness, bringing everybody together and a lot of peace. So we have this bus stop here. We've got some station overcrowding, which is affecting the growth in a lot of our towns, like this one in Harworth and Burcot. And you can see that the town has an overcrowding mediocre rating, minus 20%. So we need to do something about that. A lot more people are wanting to use our new buses, which are a lot faster and can take them to more places. So we're having to, where we're reducing the number of vehicles on our cargo lines, we're having to have a lot more on our passenger lines. So we'll bring out some more vehicles to these two there that are overloaded, and we can look at this data layer here and have a look at the overloads. With quite a few that are very poor, and this one at Church Road, also in Harworth and Burcot, is a stop with a lot of people waiting to go on there, but we've just added some more vehicles on there, and hopefully the extra capacity we've got now will bring that up to a reasonable number where we can start to bring down the number of people here. You can see passenger stops like this have a capacity of 60, and we've got 77 people here, but we've got no buses yet coming through Harworth here. The way people travel in Transport Fever 2 is they travel from the residential areas to the industrial and commercial. So if we look here, we've got our out of town stop here, and then we've got a commercial district here, an industrial district here, and then we've got a residential area over here. We've got some residential area here not being served by our current stop. So in terms of what we need to do, we don't necessarily need to come in a loop. You can see the loop for Harworth kind of does that, and that connects in a lot of what we have here, but maybe we need to have some more direct connections. So if we take the loop out or bring all the passengers out into Harworth and Burcot here, and then we just have two stops coming from here, two buses that run to the industrial and the commercial lines, maybe that will solve some of the problem that we have. So we'll put down some more bus stops for our passengers in this area. So we've got a stop here and here. We can have a loop that goes there, comes around there, and then back in here. So we'll just move this one to here, which will eat up all of the commercial side that we have here. We need to change this loop to be so we can see we've got Harworth and Burcot, so we go 1 there, we're going 2 here, so we need to add in that one there, Richmond Road. We're going to take out Church Road and put in these two here. We'll go to Main Street, and then we're going to come back to Manor Road. So we're going to take out Kingsway for now, take out School Lane, and then we're going across to Manor Road over there. In fact, that one might be better served by a station that's along this area here, which we might need to put there because we've got a drop off for goods there. So let's go back to the line, and we go from Main Street, and then we want to come to this new stop here, Grange Road. We're not going to go to Manor Road there, and then we're going to go back to Harworth and Burcot. We come out Harworth and Burcot, we need to go to Grange Road. Oh, not that one, that's going twice there. We go to Grange Road after there. Then we're not going to go to Manor Road, we're not going to go to School Lane, and we're not going to go to Kingsway. We're going to come down here. We've got another stop there that we're not using. Are we using that one at all? What's that one? We'll go to this one here. Main Street we've already got. Church Lane, New Street. And then this one here, where is it? Church Road we want to get rid of as well. It's complicated. So we've got a loop now that's doing this, which is all good. And then Richmond Road is the last one before we go in there. So we can get rid of this stop here. And I don't think we're stopping, we're stopping anything there. We've just lost a high-rise building, so maybe that we've done something bad to the town already. It's looking okay. So now we've got a loop that is our residential loop going around there. We need another stop that's going to go to our commercial area. So we've got a road depot anywhere around. I can't see one, so we'll have to build one out here, out of the way. And we'll buy a couple vehicles for our new commercial bus. So we'll go from here, and then we're going to go to this area here because I think there's some commercial there. We'll go around in this loop and then back there. And then once we come back to here, we'll go back the other way. I'm going to colour this blue for it being our commercial line. So we'll call this our Harworth commercial bus. So that's going to give us that connection in there, and hopefully we'll see some change to there. I'm going to actually add another platform on here if we can squeeze it in. And we can put that onto our Terminal 5. With quite a few using nothing on there, so we'll put this on Terminal 1. Those two there, that one's on that one, that one's on that one. There we go. So they're all on their own terminal now. All of those lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 platforms. So they're all going to start to distribute through the town. And I wonder if that's going to solve a problem for us, because now they can come into the main stop and then make their way back out. Maybe they won't want to do that. Maybe they'll want a more direct route across there, but we'll see how that changes things in the town. Lots of people wanting to go to the Harworth and Burcot's transfer, but those buses have got to come through. The intercity line again is close to being full. It's not completely full, so that's doing that. We'll have to see if we've managed to sort out that. So far we've been able to do 150 and we've got a rate of 98, so maybe we need more. Hard to see with passengers, as you don't often have a nice, clear and obvious path to find out what the rates being produced is. But what we can do in the meantime is we can have a city road here. We start to put some bus lanes down. It's not going to let me do that. Bus lane through there, and then we can potentially have our country road out here with a bus lane that's going all the way up here to take our traffic up to there. So this line for Harworth and Burcot's to High Wycombe, wow, that's a long old line, and we could definitely make that more efficient. we've got vehicles using it, travelling at 25 mile an hour. So they are going to slow things down. And then we've got a wiggle squiggle here, which we can solve as we do. Take back the road here. And let's sort this all out. So we'll put in our 4-lane road. I'm going to take the bus lane off because I don't think we need it this far out of town. We'll see if we can connect that in through there with a sweep and a tunnel. And then we can continue that on. We need to reconnect this road in, which is going to be a little bit tricky as the road is going down somewhat. Down here. And we have to be careful not to interfere with the factory. Bit tricky to solve this issue we have here. Yeah, I'm not liking this at the moment. I think we're going to need some kind of connection that comes straight down here. See if we can't connect this one in. Yeah, that's going to struggle, and we've got a vehicle trapped on there. So maybe we're going to have to build this one first. We connect those together, bring that one into there. And then we have this little low section here. I'm hoping is not still too much slope. Still too much of a slope. Interesting. So we might have to come. Can we squeeze out there? Oh, this is all getting a bit tricky. If we get rid of this depot and that section of road there, we can potentially bring it out into here like so. And that keeps everything connected. So that's connected to the station. Good. I mean, there's no real reason why that needs to even go there because we're probably connected through this little tendril here. So we can in fact just get rid of this whole section. They're still connected there and that's still going that way. That's good. So in terms of up here, we've got a lot of wiggles and squiggles that we can get rid of. And then we've got a nice tunnel that goes in that direction towards High Wycombe. So we'll use that as I've trapped a load of vehicles in here. So I'll have to solve that problem in a moment. But we'll utilise this little tail here, going up to 4-lane, up through here. Nice straight line, and then we'll come around hopefully to there, and then we can upgrade this to a 4-lane road all the way through to that side, and we just need to reconnect these roads in. We'll bring those 2 roads in there, and then these trap vehicles will have a way on that will clear once they have moved on. So we'll let these vehicles disappear out into the big wide world, and then we get rid of this little tail that we've created here. And it's like it never happened. So we've got a nice 4-lane road there. Maybe want to reconnect this road in as well. And we can come out here, nice straight line. And then we've got a look at this viaduct, stone viaduct. I forgot I'd even done that. So we can upgrade that to 4-lane straight road all the way out here for our buses to use. And I feel like here we want to smooth out this little section here by just moving out the way those vehicles and do some good old infrastructure works to bring this out to here. We'll just use a 2-lane road there and a 2-lane road there. So that's a nice smooth road out here. We have this bridge which, oh, look at that. I mean, that feels unnecessary for such a low bridge. We'll go to a steel girder because the higher speed capabilities on there also looks more modern. We've got a much more modern looking map at the moment, so well, let's keep it that way. And then that comes in this area where we've still got some dirt track that we will get rid of. So let's upgrade this little section here. All the trunk roads are coming out there. And we now have, for our intercity line, a nice route all the way through. And it is a long old route, and there's quite a lot of people waiting through there. Currently got 80 people on there, and we've got 8 vehicles, so we'll duplicate all of those and see if we can't clear through the number of people that are on there, and let's get going again. I want to see how big we can get Harworth and Burcots, really. We've got this big area here, look, that they've not yet built on. There's plenty of space for them to build here, and we're currently supplying quite a lot of construction materials. No machines currently, although they are trying to come from Carnforth. It says they're coming, so that does seem to be working. And the machines are coming through. We've got tools from Carnforth, which is saying 0. There, which is interesting. So in terms of what's stopping these machines going, got a rate of 329 on this line, so it's definitely coming away from there. We've got planks and quite a queue here. So we've got logs coming in here and then planks being made as they're delivered. So supplies wise, we've got 400 coming from here. On this line, we've only got a rate of 329, so we can up this to a new vehicle type. We've probably got too many vehicles on here, so I'm going to get rid of 6, and we'll see how that does for the rate. We only need a rate of 400. So we need to keep working this down. Let's do another 8. 8 there to go. 422. Let's do a couple more. And one more. So we've now got a rate of 401 on that line. Taking logs, planks and tools from here. So quite a few vehicles on there, but they are going into the central cargo hub as well. But with fewer vehicles on there, that's going to reduce some of the congestion. Here with the annex logs, we've got 288, and we could definitely do with some more on there. So we can replace that with the new type. That gets to 433. We'll knock 1 from there, 412. Just do 1 more. 395, but I think there's maybe some efficiency gains to be made here by smoothing out some of the road and the twists and turns of this bend here, so we can upgrade this road to where it is nice and smooth out to here. It's looking rather good. Over here it starts to get a bit skew whiff, so we'll just pause the road here and do some infrastructure works. So just mark these up there, because I think what we'll do is we'll actually go underneath the road here, and it's a, yeah, that's okay. It's not too much of a kink. We go through the mountain here and out to the other side. We may end up with another tunnel, I think, as we go for the most direct route. Yeah, we may need to delete some of this road. So you can see here, this one here, and a bit of that around there. May need to just go for a nice straight one. It'll curve a little bit at the start just to get us going. I don't like the way that's curving. Nope. There we go, that's what we want. And then we pretty much want a nice straight route out towards the tool factory there, and that seems to work quite well actually. So we'll go to about there, and then we'll see if we don't get another tunnel, and we do through there. I'll just bring that to here, where we'll delete this little section of road and bring that in a nice smooth fashion to there, looking rather good. So that's good. We just need to reconnect in some of these stranded vehicles with a mountain pass that allows them to get out here, and we can always get rid of that later as the game progresses. So that's going to give us a more efficient route to get to the tools, to the plank factory. Now it's a rate of 404, so yeah, we're back above there, and this line is a rate of 402, so that's all looking rather good. So that's going to hopefully then give us so if we're taking 400 from this one and 400 from this one, we should be able to produce 400 planks here, which can then come, well, we will need to upgrade if we can transport all of them, so let's solve that problem. So they're coming down this line into this depot down here, where the Wolverton goods line is struggling to keep up with that, so immediately we can upgrade this to the new type of vehicle. Going to get us to 524 without adding any new vehicles on there, and hopefully they'll start to eat away at what is on there. So the Wolverton goods line is trying to take 600, look, transported every year, and at the moment we've got a rate of 524, so we should be closer to that. Don't know how we did it before. And then other lines in the area, potentially we need to upgrade those vehicles too, because they're going to slow everyone else down. Although that line's going straight up there. Oh, it's not going straight up there, is it? It's going that kind of roundabout way. I wonder if we just spin off here and head up to the line there. More direct fashion. Quite a lot waiting here at these traffic lights. So we'll just pop down a warehouse to buy us a little bit of time. Here. Buy us a little bit of time for the materials to come through. Wolverton goods is the main line that seems to be struggling. Everywhere else is pretty clear. And the Wolverton goods line is the one that's coming from the central cargo hub. On this side, yeah, Wolverton goods again. Let's get this up to a nice round 50 on here. So 463. It's got a pretty nice direct route into this area. We've got a traffic light here which is slowing everybody down. So we'll get rid of that. And you can just really see how much better traffic flows without traffic lights on this game. If we allow that to flow now, you'll see the traffic come down. So the Wolverton goods line is looking a lot healthier now. We're no longer overloaded on there, but Wolverton Plastics is doing okay. It's got 140 on it of both plastic and refined oil. We are producing now 200, just over 200. Yeah, so there wants to be more, so we're shipping close to 300 into here, and we could produce 300. We've got a level 3 refinery there producing plastic. So Wolverton Plastics is aligned with 206 currently. We can't replace it with the tank vehicles because we're going to take plastics back, so we're going to have to go with the tarpaulin truck again. That gets us 357, so a bit of capacity in there to drop a couple vehicles out. Probably 3. and leaves us with a rate of 308, and leaves you a little bit of traffic there now that we have that line running. And I just want to upgrade this road because I feel like we've got lots of different trucks on here and they're going at different speeds. So the Honiton Steel is another line here which is using this route, but it is coming up this road up here to Honiton South. So the steel mill, which is bringing down, is producing currently 200. It's getting the 400 from there. All of that's being transported, and we could probably reduce the number of vehicles on here if we upgrade to the better type. So we change this to, oh, we got the Sora Type C. Oh, we have even more opportunities here. We've got cars with side stakes, which have a slightly higher capacity for logs than the Opel trucks, so that's interesting. Little less horsepower, little less in terms of maintenance cost as well. So it just gives us more options, especially when it comes to logs, steel, planks and bricks. We've got an opportunity there to use those, but for the time being we can use this dumper truck. What's the dumper like on there? So that's got a speed of 37, capacity of 13, so this seems like the better one in terms of reducing the number of vehicles we've got on my processor at the moment. We want to have a rate of 400, so if we drop these over to the dumper type, change the colour, we've now got a rate of 849, so I could probably take 9 of these off quite comfortably, and another one 402, which is a little bit better. We also have the coal line which feeds into here. We've got a nicely balanced line, but we want to go to the dumper truck, which is going to give us a rate of 802, so we'll take 11, we'll split the difference and halve the number of vehicles on the line, like so. And that gets us a rate of 400, a lovely jubbly. And colour those vehicles so we can see the 2 different kinds of vehicles coming in to the cargo depot that we have, delivering ore and coal to the steel mill. This steel mill now is capable of producing 200. We've got 400 from those, but we're only shipping 173 because demand is only so much from all these different places. So the Honiton Steel line the coal line will bring steel. No, the coal line will not bring steel back because we've changed it. Now we've got to replace these for the tarpaulin because they are bringing steel back. I should have saw that coming. So to add one on there, make sure that we are getting steel shipped out there. So we need to be able to take 200 on the Honiton Steel line, and we've got 221 with the current fleet of vehicles, so you know, not too bad. Now the Honiton Steel is just carrying steel from there, so we have an opportunity now to go with the sidecar vehicle, which we can change to pink to match the line, and that gives us a rate of 410. So again, we can halve the number of vehicles on here. We'll sell 10, and we'll sell another 10. Gives us a rate of 205, which is plenty for the steel mill here to be able to do for the time being. So that's going to get us to 200 into here. So where is it trying to ship that 200, and do we have enough? So consumers wise, we've got Wolverton and Greenlays, which is this one there. So that's not a problem because that's connected to that depot. So that's going to go straight there. So we can ignore that for the time being. Let's just pin this. We've got Market Bosworth and Wolverton and Greenlays again, which is another one from there. So that's 33 trying to ship that way from there. So I don't think steel really is in Market Bosworth's up here. From Wolverton and Greenlays, I don't think we have a direct route up there. I think it's got to go down into our Carnforth area down here and back out again. So not a problem. It would seem. We could do with upgrading some of this road, I think, to the new type. Just looks more professional, really, doesn't it? All the way up to there. So we've got a nice clean road for them all to fly along. And they're all using the new vehicles now, so plenty to do that. Honiton Goods is taking 176 up that way. We could change this to the... I want to get to about 200, and I'm going to change to the new type truck for that. So that gets us to 300 and... I'm going to take 6 off there. 227 should be enough for that line. So that's reduced that. Have we got anywhere else where we've got the old style vehicle? We've got this steel planks and machines line where we're trying to get about 200 in. So I've got a rate of 260. Probably got too many on there already. So we'll sell 5 of those. And we'll replace those with... Well, now we're taking machines back, so we need all kinds of vehicle. Give it a nice peachy colour. Got a rate of 358. We only need... Well, what are we producing again? Producing 100. We need 200 on that line. So we can manage the vehicles here and knock off probably 7, I'm going to say. 235, knock another one off, 218. I think that's going to be about right there. Bit of an odd route they've got to take here. Probably could just take this road out from here and knock that section out there. Leave that in there like that. That looks a lot better. This weird tail road here. Let's give some back to Mother Nature. We don't need this road. So that's looking better. 233 is the line rate. Probably drop another one off, you know. 215, still above there. So that's good. Anywhere else we've got the old style of vehicles. I spy one. Wolverton Bricks. Okay, Wolverton Bricks is a line that's taking stone to this brick area and then bringing it back. I wonder if we've got a weird weight condition on here. Yeah, we need to just load if available. And this is set up to load stone, unload and pick up, and then drop off. So we've got, well, we can supply it with 300 or to here. At the moment we've got a line rate of 192. If we replace these vehicles, what options do we have? So we need to do stone and bricks, which means we must use the tarpaulin type. So we'll go with the opal tarpaulin. Colour them to red so we can see them. That gives us a rate of 430. So I'm going to make this sort out this platform a little bit. Just knock those onto that side and allow this line to use both platforms. But crucially, if we're doing up to 300, we've got way too many vehicles on here, so we'll knock off 7 to get down to 20. 317, probably do one more. 301, with a nice route to go all the way into there. It's a bit of a weird kink there, isn't it? Just get rid of that, I think. Just get rid of that and make that make more sense. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. So we come in there. So it says 263, but I think that's going to climb again. Yeah, 322. We're back up to 322. So yeah, we maybe even can drop another one off there and still be comfortable. 300, bang on. Okay, stay at 300. Do not move. So that's going to do that. We just need some more consumers for the bricks, really. But there's plenty to pick up there, and there's plenty of vehicles on there. Fewer vehicles in that area means this is looking a lot more calm, and we seem to be on top of all the goods at this depot. One depot I did want to check on was out towards Berkhamsted. Yeah, look, we have this Highfield Road Tools line. It's got a rate of 138, which is way below what we want to be able to do. We can produce 300 tools here, which means we can supply 400, producing 400 but demanding 300 there. So that line needs to be up to a rate of 300. So we're going to replace these. So we're doing tools and planks. So again, nothing that can do those apart from the tarpaulin. And just changing that gives us a rate of, well, not quite the 300. We'll do that, but I think there's some efficiencies to be made here. There's quite a bit of traffic coming in here. Do we have the ability to use all lines? Yeah. So they are all using all lines, but we have still got quite a bit of traffic coming in here. Which I think is affecting the rate on this line. The timber lines are also the old type vehicle. Are they an old type vehicle? I think they are. So these can go to the sidecar vehicles. So they're just doing logs. And we can get rid of probably 15 of these to get our rate down to close to 400. 397, that'll do nicely. And we also have the Berkhamsted logs line, which has a rate of 434 currently with the old type vehicle. Again, we can use the sidecar one and replace those, which gives a rate of 472. So I'm going to take 4 off here. That's 394, which will do good, help reduce a bit of the traffic that is being caused by that. Quite a bit of a traffic jam here. Maybe if we allow 4-lane traffic to come from that direction, we'll have a bit better of a time. Hopefully see more traffic flowing through there now and get that rate on the road tools. We're at 297 now, so we're definitely closer to the full amount there. And Stockton Goods is one that is requiring absolutely loads. A rate of 127 on that line now. Stockton on Tees being supplied by, there's loads coming here. I think we're probably going to need a rate of about 250 on that line, doing up some quick maths on there. So we can first of all change the vehicle type to our new ones. Okay, but did we already have those? I think we already did. So we just replaced them with nothing. Let's double them. Let's just double the number of vehicles on that line. 254 should eat up what we need going into Stockton. With that downstream, we will have to make sure that the Stockton Town Goods is they're definitely capable. Definitely capable vehicles there. We've got the new type as well. So that's looking good. Stockton-on-Tees is doing pretty well, to be fair. So yeah, that's hopefully going to do some damage to the overcrowding on that one. The other one was the one up near Jarrow, which we updated. I just want to check we don't have a major traffic jam at this one, because that was something I was worried about. It doesn't look like it, but we do have overloading. The Jarrow goods line is a rate of 647 now. And there's loads of vehicles trying to get out of here. Oh wow. There's nothing waiting at Jarrow goods. So we can see we're doing about 400 and we've got a rate here of 600. So we can probably knock back some of these vehicles now, just to try and ease some of the pressure at our depot. So I think I'll go with aim for about 500, which we've got about there, and I think that's going to do better. We've also got the Harworth Machines line, which is an interesting one. So they're coming out here, around here to this Harworth Machines factory here. So in terms of suppliers, they're not getting any steel. There's no steel coming from anywhere. Wow, okay. Is there steel waiting here? There's planks. I'm not picking up steel from the central hub. So where was my intention? Oh, there's a steel mill there. Oh wow, I broke something. No wait, what have I done here? Harworth Steel is running and it's got nothing on it. That is connected. Those vehicles. Tarpaulin truck can do it. I've got no supplies of ore. Have I done the wrong vehicle? These are dump trucks. Which does ore. How odd. There's no ore coming along this line. Is it no longer connected? It's no longer connected, look. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear, dear, dear. We reconnect. There we go. We've reconnected it up. Phew! I was thinking, what is going on there? So somehow we've disconnected the steel mill, and hopefully now we'll see the more ore come onto the line. Yeah, we've got more ore already. Shipments back up to 400 there, and also at the where's the coal mine, which then will hopefully mean we get more steel back in there. Not a lot of planks coming this way at the moment, but our line here is, let's have a look, a steel line. It's giving a bit of a weird route here, so we need to sort that out. Let's bring it over from here out to there. I think we probably get rid of that. And let's upgrade this road. I think we need to sort out this little kink as well, because it is not bringing me joy. And there's another one here which is not bringing me joy. So that's much better. So 241 steel, we should be able to produce 200 steel there. So maybe got a one or two, I don't know, maybe one vehicle. We've only got 8 there. 212. Little town of Harworth. We've got our main depot here, which is almost as big as the town of Harworth. And Harworth as a town has been doing okay, but is poorly connected. There's I don't even know the way that places get to here. So it's got lots of passenger lines into this stop here, but we've just got the one. Look at it, how overcrowded that is. So we probably need to move, or at least change this to a passenger stop like so. Now I might need to temporarily remove this bus stop and put down this one here like so, and I think that's going to look a lot nicer for the people of Harworth. And in terms of connections, they are having to go, look at this roundabout route they're having to take. So a nice sweeping road around to here, and then really we just need a connection from there. So we'll bring this out, I should say bring it out from here. I'm not liking the look of this at all. Out to there. That's going to make for a much better route from that line, and we can upgrade a lot of this road. Oh, bit of a pointless road there. Ah, that's our Harworth bypass, our original bypass that we were using. I suppose we can make a little street out to there to allow the town to use it. Allow a bit of growth from Harworth for the town. Still got loads of people waiting here on these lines. 36 at this one with just a single bus, so we can change this out for the newest type of passenger vehicle, and we're a nice dark blue. We'll also copy this a couple of times to have a bit more capacity on there for more people. Everywhere else is looking okay. Maybe change to the new type of vehicle. Can't find a colour that matches that really. It's kind of a mustardy yellow. There we go, that's the one. What else we got? Jared to Harworth we've just done. Harworth to Wolverton and Greenlays. We can change this to the new vehicle type as well. And then we have the last one, which is Market Bosworth. What an odd line. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. But that is a strange connection because it goes all the way down there and up there. There can't be many people on that. That is a terrible line. Is there anyone at the other side trying to come this way? Where do they go? Here? There's one to Keynsham. Wow, Market Bosworth is the most connected place of all of them. High Wycombe, Jarrow. Where is this Harworth line going? Oh, that is weird. I think this is supposed to be Market Bosworth to Keynsham, but it's not going to Keynsham. It's going there, so we need to manage that. And add in a stop here, and take out the one in Harworth. Oh, I don't know what was going on there. Take out Manor Road. So interestingly, that's a line that's using this whole section here all the way across. It's got a rate of 1. Definitely needs to be the faster vehicle. This Jarrow line is doing okay. Market Bosworth probably do need, where's all of our, an out of town stop, I feel, to allow all of these lines to connect in. Where would be a good place for that? We've got a loop kind of doing this. I feel like I want to connect a stop in here. A nice easy way to connect in all of these lines. So we can actually move this barren furnace one from the drive onto here. Knock the drive out, that'll do. And then we've got these lines here. High Wycombe is going to a main road, so we can add this one in here. And we've got the Jarrow line, which we can knock over to here as well. Knock out main road. And we've got one more, which is the loop, which is what we want. Now the loop needs to add, when we get between 3 and 4, we need to add this one in. So it includes that. And we can change the new type of vehicle as well, because why the devil not? So hopefully that gives us a bit more capacity, a bit more usefulness on there. Lots of people now wanting to leave this stop because they're in the absolute wrong place. You're in the wrong place. This is where everybody's going. So the lines that are coming here are coming via there. It's a long old route that way. And then we've got other lines coming down here. So I think what we'll do is we'll divert our country road out from here. To our line there. So that's using that one there. That's good. And then we need to bring these lines so they can come into there as well. So we'll pop down a diversion split out here. So those lines will use that as well and not use the main town thoroughfare. The town goods line is working as intended. People now waiting at here to go to Barren Furnace, which has an old vehicle that we can replace. And probably duplicate, to be fair. So that's got Market Bosworth connected up now. In terms of size, Harworth and Burcot is still our biggest town. We are now getting bread and machines here, which is good news. Absolutely overloaded here on some of our lines. We've got a rate of 159 and we're still overloaded. Jarrow line could definitely do with upgrading some more vehicles. The Harworth commercial bus, that's a success, isn't it? So that's made an impact for sure. We've only got the 2 vehicles on there, so we can clone those. And I'm thinking that the residential line, wherever that is, the loop, yeah, that's green. So that's not looking too bad. Grange Road, that's the commercial bus line. So it's really the commercial bus line which is not keeping up. The loop line is doing okay. So we've got mediocre emissions. We've got nothing on the stations that are actually holding anybody back, even though we do have this bit of overloading that we've got here. That's not doing too much damage to what we have. Yeah, we've got full capacity on this line. So we've got 20 buses doing that trip between there and Stockton-on-Tees. And where else are we overloaded? Yeah, that one there. So it's really this Stockton-on-Tees intercity. Now Stockton is a town that I think has probably been growing pretty well as well. It's looking pretty big. Yeah, 582, not far behind. And in terms of overloading, here we also have the intercity, which we've just been looking at. We've got some old vehicles for the Stockton loop we could change. Which will help alleviate any issues there. Stockton to Berkhamsted, that's not doing too bad. Dawley, again, we can change that to the new vehicle type. I think this needs to be a darker blue, that one. There we go. So that's looking good. Dawley is a town. Oh, there's no high-rise buildings in Dawley yet. But it is growing. It's booming, in fact. Yeah. And we have stuff waiting to go. So yeah, Dawley is looking healthy, although no high-rise buildings. That makes me sad. I love a high-rise building. Coming over here, Berkhamsted. It's doing okay. Has been growing as well. Population of the whole place must be doing really well. And we have reached $1 billion. I didn't even notice we'd done it. We have reached $1 billion. 1.1. Challenge complete, I suppose. That feels like a bit of a anticlimax, really, to get to $1 billion using only road vehicles, but there we go. We have done it. We have reached $1 billion. And we have only used road vehicles to get there. But I don't feel like this map is finished just yet. There's more I want to do. We're only in 1945. I want to see how much we can push this map and my computer to get there. So let's keep going with it, really. What I'm thinking is we've got bread coming from over here, this food processing plant here. Got 100 being produced. And yeah, we've got plenty of it being taken away. We could actually supply this with more grain, but where could the grain come from? We've got this grain farm over here, which now that we've got faster vehicles, might mean that this is a worthwhile thing to do. We've got this fast road here. We could connect that into here, like so. Upgrade this route. Oh, it's a bit wiggly squiggly. It is. Through here, it's just bit weird. So we'll just take this right back to the farm and then we'll sort it all out. So we can have a nice route coming from here onto there, and we can go down, not like that, from here up to there. Nice straight route. Upgrade the road. Got another steel mill here we could potentially use. And then we have this grain farm here to connect in. So, oh, we haven't done this in a while. We haven't done this in a while at all. We need a cargo depot with a platform, 2 platforms on the left. We'll drop in here. And they are going to drop to our area there. So we've got cargo wise, we're just doing grain, so we can use a dump truck, and we'll buy, let's say, 10 of these to begin with and see how we get on. So we want to bring 100 from there to there, and this can be our F. Well, where's it going from? Barrow, West, grain. And what do we get for a line rate on the line now with that set up? So 97, which is pretty much bang on what we want, really. We can make sure we can use all of the platforms on both sides. So we've got plenty of capacity for that. Bit of traffic now as they come in and are having to deal with that. Lots of food waiting to go on the Frodsham goods line. Just got the old type vehicle we can change for the newest fleet. Oh, we've just done nothing. No, it's not got the old type vehicle. It's got the new type. What am I on about? We've got dump trucks coming through. They're looking like they're doing a good job, look. Everything's clearing through. Lovely jubbly. So just check the line is actually, yeah, they're using that route, which is nice and clean up to there. We've got another grain farm we could potentially use as well eventually with this. But we need to get more transported at the moment, actually. That is going to be a problem for us because consumer-wise, we're trying to get all the way to Stockton-on-Tees and everything is leaving here, going on the Frodsham goods line. and then it's trying to come from Market Bosworth, I think, down the Market Bosworth goods line, which these do have the Benz tarpaulin trucks, so we can upgrade these to the Opel Blitz. That gets us to 400. Hopefully that will clear the backlog we have on that line there, because that is the one stop here that we are not doing too well at, and that'll bring that down to Carnforth and then out to Berkhamsted, I think, and on to Stockton-on-Tees. So hopefully that will do that rather nicely. Yeah, Market Bosworth goods is the one line which is really struggling here. Berkhamsted goods is using the Benz truck. We could go to the Opel Blitz again with that one. Gets us up to 240, hopefully clear Berkhamsted's issues out. Over here we've got a bit of a queue of traffic. Here again, the traffic lights are just a nightmare. So we'll get rid of them on the four corners all around this depot, because I just don't think they help in terms of traffic flow. So we've got no more traffic lights around here. That's going to let traffic flow through there. So yeah, Berkhamsted goods, that's looking better. Keynsham is not doing too bad. Got the Opel Blitz taking out 400. And the Wolverton goods line, again, got the Opel Blitz, and I think that's fine. We've got loads of vehicles coming in here, making their way through. Can't actually upgrade the middle section of here with the wider road, which is a bit annoying when they come in that direction, as it is really, really busy in this depot at the moment. So lots of vehicles are coming over this left-hand lane, even though they're all going straight. Well, I suppose they're going straight then left. Yeah, Berkhamsted goods, we could get 300 delivered from there. New vehicles coming in all the time, new planes. Jarrow goods is building up a little bit. We've not seen any vehicles come along from Jarrow in a while. Down here we are, Harworth goods is struggling a bit. 231. I think we might need some more vehicles. We'll add 5 more on here. Get that up a little bit. Jarrow as a town has got some overcrowded stations going on. This is now we're into the area where we need loads of passenger vehicles, because everybody wants to travel. Now that we've got the speed for it, everybody's trying to travel between the towns, which is its own quandary, its own issue that we have. Jarrow town goods absolutely fine. Jarrow itself, yeah, apart from the overcrowding, is doing okay. Jarrow to Carnforth, there's 15 people on there. I think it's just a spacing issue for that. Now we've got a refinery here that will take our plastics. Yeah, we've got 2 consumers here. We're not fully getting them all out to there. Our Annex Refined is struggling to keep up with the 262 demand, so we've got a 265. We'll clone a couple of vehicles on there. I think get that, oh well, let's get 370. That should take everything we need. 370, and then that 370 pretty much is going on this Harworth goods line, which is only at 2, no it's not. It all wants to go on our Jarrow goods line back, which has got a rate of 500, so that should be absolutely fine. It's trying to take, it's still trying to take a Jarrow Annex Refined from the Annex, is trying to take crude oil. I just want you to take refined oil from here. Just load refined oil when you get to here, and when you get to this area, I want you to unload whatever you've got. So shouldn't be picking up any more oil from those places. This is demanding 800, should all be coming from these 2 refineries up here. And we are transporting, I think, 100%. 83% at the moment. which is, I don't know how that is possible, given that we got a rate of 529. Probably got too many vehicles on here. I'm going to knock 3 off. I think the transport percentage is because we're going to the wrong place. So we can knock some vehicles off these lines, get that down to 400, and we still should be okay, because now we're only taking to the one refinery that we've got here. We are trying to take from other places as well, but we've disconnected that, so they shouldn't be shipping any oil this way any longer. And you can see those numbers are declining, and the numbers from the other two are going up, so that's positive, and the good use of the filters. It's also going to help get refined oil out of here onto our Jarrow goods line. And while that all sorts itself out, we'll stick down a couple of warehouses just to give ourselves a little bit of time for that all to clear up. Industry wise, some of our industries are loads of industries where we're 100% transported, and a few that we're 0% but we're not producing anything either. But let's have a look where we've got shipment demand here. We've got really low percentage in Market Bosworth Quarry. We've got real problems here. So this one, in terms of consumers, is the Harworth and out all the way over there. That's an odd one. So this stone line is coming into here, but it's trying to ship it here, there, and everywhere. And I think that's because we've disconnected this industry, silly, from here. And this is why we need this road coming there, because it will allow this to be connected. So that's hopefully going to solve the problem for this one, because the consumer is going to increase now, definitely to the Market Bosworth one, which is what we want. The Harworth and Burcots, we don't really want to be shipping from there. Don't really want to be shipping to there, but there we go. So hopefully soon we'll see that issue resolved. Market Bosworth stone, we can supply 200. We've got a rate of 225 on there. Let's replace these for the dump truck, because we're just moving stone. They'll be going faster. And yeah, we should get that transport percentage up. So it's any other industries that are really struggling that we've got. This Barren Furnace farm is just down at the 3% at the moment. I think that's just time will change that. Now I start to eat into the transport from this farm here, which is the Frodsham grain line, which has got way too many vehicles on it. So we can just drop that down to 4 doing that line. So yeah, that percentage is very low at the moment, but I think when these vehicles come in, we've got nothing on them at the moment. We've only got 1 grain on here, but we're only trying to ship, so our demand just isn't high enough from here, and we've got plenty of bread waiting to go on the Frodsham goods line. 20 vehicles on here. I think we can upgrade this. Get that above 200, and hopefully see more disappear from what we need. We've got stuff wanting to go into Frodsham distribution, which is the town line. We've got there the Opal trucks, so that's all fine. So yeah, we could do with seeing more come from the Frodsham goods line out into the wider network, because there's lots of places want to take on this food. One of them being Jarrow, so it's going to take absolutely ages to get there from this depot here. So Harworth goods still struggling to keep up with the amount of stuff wanting to go in that direction, including stone, which is just I don't know that we need to be transporting stone when we've got a quarry that way, so I'm going to knock stone off the Jarrow East list. I don't want to be taking stone from there out to here and all the way higgledy-piggledy ways, because this one here should really just, Market Bosworth and Harworth and Burcot should really just be this one. There's plenty there. We've got a rate of 500 on there. We've got too many vehicles. Get that down to 10. Should be able to do everything that this needs, really. So we need that not to be elsewhere. So hopefully that started to change and just supply from here. Stockton Bricks is carrying stone. Again, we've got a line that's picking up stone. So I'm going to say here, do not do that. Don't pick up stone. I don't want you to be picking up stone. And I suspect the Stockton Bricks line is also getting stone from here. So we need to knock stone off. I've took stone out there. So that's one way stone is coming. And then the other potential way that stone is coming is through this line here. So we can tell that don't take stone. We do not need stone to be coming that way, and hopefully that will drop. If we speed that up, that will hopefully drop the supply from the other places to be in just this quarry here. Should all be coming from this one. We don't really, this should drop as well. We don't want to be sending it all the way out there, and we don't want to be supplied by anywhere other than this one. So that's hopefully gonna change. We've obviously got some on the line which need to be filtered through, and that will happen. But doing pretty well for transporting out here, even all the way to Ongar. From here we're getting 68%, which is not bad at all. Ongar has a bit of overcrowding, for which we can do something about. So we'll just change this stop here to be a pretty bog standard bus stop with one platform either side there, and that's just going to make that a little bit easier. Yeah, Ongar is really booming now. It requires bricks and food. Food wise, we're still struggling to get food, and I think we're literally going from the whole way all the way across the map down here. A lot of the food is trying to come from this refinery here. So we're supplying 400 here, but we can produce 300, so we need another 200 to come into this food processing plant. So that's interesting, because this is what we were hoping for a couple of episodes ago, and we already have a connection here for that line. We could potentially come in here and go on the fast lane, but I like using this trunk road down here, and then we can come through to our grain processing plant, so we can set up another new line. Again, we've not done this too much. So we can use a dump truck because we're buying grain. We're buying 9 more on top of that as well. And these can go on a new line, which is going from a stop we have not yet built, which is 2 platforms on the left, 30 meters long. Stick that there, it's connected to the grain farm. And then we have our line that where's our vehicles? So we're going to go from the grain farm there to the... So this is going to be our F, Keynsham, grain. Give it an orange-ish colour. And see what rate we're predicted for that. 131, not too bad. We can change those to the colour we want. We want to be able to get closer to 200 on here. And yes, so we're making big strides in this campaign. We're now at 1.2 billion. We've got industries leveling up all over the place and towns absolutely booming like we do at Chertsey, but also most proud of this one here in Harworth Burcot. 712 we have now for this town. So yeah, we're going to keep playing. We're going to keep growing this map, see how far we can take it with just road vehicles. If you like this video in this series, do give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.